What's cracking with you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And the last one, we we returned a droid to a very lonely housewife. I can only imagine what she's going to do to that thing. And we infiltrated the crystal caves and got ourselves some extra lightsaber crystals. In this one, we're going to challenge these group of Mandalorian Duros and see exactly how far we can get. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go down here, hit pause. What you want to do is, if you have stasis, you want to use it on whatever enemy you plan on targeting first. You want to focus down the Mandalorians. In any engagement, in my opinion, you want to focus down the Mandalorians as much as you can. Now, you see right there? You see how I was able to stun him? Now then, I also forgot. Want to go ahead and activate your energy shields for the sheer fact that we are going to be dealing with a lot of blaster-based, well, energy weapon users. Even with a lightsaber, you still want to use energy shields just to help you out a little bit, because you're not going to be able to block every single you're not gonna be able to block every single blaster, so having that extra defense does help a lot. And there we go. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I think a lot of that was the heavy lifting of the upgrades of the upgrade crystals we got. Got some med pack. Here's a metal case, which is typically where you find droid parts. Okay, we got some mines and 50 credits and a metal box. Now we also got a couple of data pads. New things here. So a Mandalorian data pad. Yarg. Did you remember not to take the XT model bike out today? There was something funny with one of the intakes, and I thought it could jam. Ha! Consider yourself lucky. If someone was dumb enough to take that thing out, he would have plowed right into the ground within a kilometer. Stabilizer gauntlets. So that gives you demolition. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, so yeah, there we go. So I know about something called Yarg or Jarg. So I don't really know. I don't think they ever say the name out loud. Go ahead and heal ourselves up a little bit here. Now I've already now I want to let you know right now. Through this gate, if you enter the grove through this side, you are going to bump into a very difficult enemy. An enemy that can one-shot you if you're not careful. So we'll go ahead and activate this shield. Head through here. And the Republic now faces Sith forces of startling strength. The resources of the enemy seem limitless. So I'm going to show you what the enemy looks like, and I want to show you what you want to do. You see that Mandalorian holding a double-bladed sword. You want to stasis him. And then you want to focus him down. Whatever you do, that is your target. You want to focus him down because he can and will one-shot you. It's not trying to do that, but alright. So now that he's done, we're good. Now it's important to note, and this is... Oh, you see that Duro's kind of got the stun on him? That was from the lightsaber. Another Mandalorian data pad. Credits and a frag grenade. So that didn't go as bad as my other attempts. the Vibral Double Blade, and the Mandalorian Melee Shield with an Iriadu Strength Amplifier and the Mandalorian Datapad. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what these datapads have to say. This gives you +2 to strength. If you're running a strength build, having this does help. Yark went missing in Sector B, then Riza saw someone moving south of there. Take a couple of troops and find out who it is. If they look suspicious, terminate. Now, I believe this is where Jarg was. Now, we got a Vibral Double Blade. Okay, so this was Jarg's backpack because it's just kind of lying here. Vibral Double Blades are actually pretty devastating. 2 to 6, and they have a critical threat of 20/20 by 2. I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly certain what that means, but I can tell you off rip that it does mean that you are very likely to get a critical hit off of that. And having Bridget's armband does help, but you will have to replace it eventually. We did get a Mandalorian Melee Shield. This protects against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing for 20 points total. So after 20 points of damage, you will lose that charge, or 200 seconds. So that is a very good shield to have. And honestly, if you're running melee builds, or if you're in a situation where you're fighting a bunch of melee, did I see right there? I just stunned them just by slashing them. That was the 1 in 4 proc. But if you are running a situation where you're just being attacked by melee only opponents, it helps to have that on you, especially for your ranged characters, for your ranged party members, just to kind of keep them alive when they're targeted down by melee users. Ironically, I think that the lightsaber counts as an energy weapon. Yeah, it's an energy weapon. So whenever you're fighting a what's the word here? Whenever you're fighting anyone with a lightsaber, you want to have an energy shield. So it helps to have 1 energy shield and 1 melee shield just to help you out. Bergix gloves gives you +1 dexterity. When I find a better set of gloves than this, I will swap them out. So, without further ado, let's investigate the grove.
I will be your doom!
Okay, so this is a one-on-one fight. Your party members will not, I repeat, will not come out of this stun. This stun will last until you win this fight. But what you can do is stun her and start slashing like the wind, Bullseye. And you can always reproc it too. Now, luckily, you don't have to kill her. You just have to get her health low enough. Like that.
You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Who are you?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
You embraced the dark side. Why?
When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
The dark side is never powerful enough.
What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I just want to talk.
Talk. You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power.
Now we can go with the whole highfalutin thing, but it's like, I wasn't really ordered to kill you.
Thinking of using technicalities to do the deed and ease your conscience? Act or be gone.
So yeah, you can. So yeah, basically, what you have to do is you have to, with Juhani, you have one of two options. You can kill her, or you can talk her down. Those are really your only options in this instance, and you have to use a very specific chain of dialogue choices to get her to ease down. Otherwise, you're going to basically go in circles.
What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I was sent by the council to cleanse the taint from this grove.
The council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved?
Like, I do not hold anger towards you, Juhani. I wish you peace.
Not anger, peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Now, I'll let you know right now, you cannot use Persuade on Juhani, at least not at the level that I'm at now. I think you have to be like 15 per Persuade to even have a chance of working. So, the first step on the path of true knowledge is knowing that you are ignorant.
I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
Even in death, the Force will allow her to live on.
If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
Anger? Show them that you have freed yourself of this base passion.
If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side, and maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done?
Your inner peace and harmony will show them your serenity. So show them your sincerity.
I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
And like that, we've completed our quest. It looks like she slew 2 Mandalorians while she was here. A med pack and a mesh underlay. And another Mandalorian melee shield, a fresh one at that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to equip this because, yeah, I'm going to equip the Mandalorian melee shield because I think going forward, even you will eventually get to such a point with your dexterity that you'll be blocking you'll be blocking blaster shots no problem, and even then your allies will be dropping people so fast it won't even matter. But yeah, that's how that works. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. If a Knights of the Republic remake ever happens, they will probably end up having to touch up that dialogue because it is exceedingly corny. I will straight up just admit it is exceedingly corny, and it does feel like a first draft writing of how someone would handle the situation as a Jedi. You either have to have a high persuasion or know the dialogue paths to get her to that conclusion. And all of it revolves around, what is the word? Using your knowledge of the Jedi Code to basically use reverse psychology to convince her that she is not truly lost. And that's about it, realistically speaking. So we can head back to the Jedi to the Jedi Enclave, let them know how well we've done, and keep it pushing from there. As Jedi, Revan and Malak led Republic forces to victory in the Mandalorian War. No, I don't think there's a fast travel in Knights of the Republic, so you are going to have to walk back and forth across all of the I want to call them adventure fields, but that adventure stages, but that's just the Sonic fan in me talking, from Sonic Adventure and all that. But you are going to have to walk back across the open world. Luckily, there's not too much going on as far as that. Like once you slay like almost all of the Cathhounds, you just have like the occasional horned Cathhound to bump into, and there's nothing too exceedingly crazy to deal with. Again, you're gonna get to a point where those are gonna like be like a one shot. Something seems to be bothering Karth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if you can get him to open up about it. Speak to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I want to continue our discussion from before.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yes, but I'm bored, so spit it out.
Cute. Nice to know you're so full of concern. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt, though. I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
That name sounds familiar.
With good reason. Admiral Saul Kareth is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
You didn't think he would betray the Republic?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
So you blame yourself for trusting your friend? Honestly, no. Do you really believe that?
I don't know, maybe. He might have killed me if I tried, or I might have killed him. I was stupid, however, and I let him go. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
That sounds like there's a lot more to that than just Saul betraying you, Karth. That's terrible. I feel awful for you.
Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Yeah. Again, that's going to be Karth's kind of personal character arc. I'm going to talk about. I don't want to talk about. Is like it's weird how. I mean, granted, it was like what BioWare's first like RPG. So there was a lot of kinks to be ironed out, but you can tell that they were really trying to make Karth seem like a tortured soul. But I can see how some people would consider him to be a bit of a whiner, but I'm just kind of used to it. Also, you might recognize Karth's voice. I don't know if I've been over it or not before. It's the same voice actor who played Lieutenant Alenko in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, depending on how your choices went. Ooh, Juhani, what's going on here?
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order.
Have you spoken to the council?
I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
That's pretty harsh.
Quatra's methods may seem strange, but I trust her wisdom. This lesson has been difficult, but I am better because of it. Humility is never easy to teach, but now I truly understand my own limitations.
You can't expect to get everything handed to you on a silver platter.
After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide, you, back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
Giving you a second chance like this is a clear sign of weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to believe the Jedi could defeat my people in battle.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
So, depending on who you have with you, each character has a variation of this to say, of how weird it is to do a trial like this, because you basically force your student to basically turn to a villain as part of her training and then just leave is incredibly irresponsible. Because I'm gonna let you know right now, the dark side path to this is cutting Juhani down. You fully have the ability to just outright kill Juhani. I'm gonna let you know that one off rip. So, that was one hell of a gamble. Anyway, let's go ahead and head here and see what the council has to say about our trial. I think we have to talk to... No. We gotta talk to Master Czar. My bad, I gotta talk to Master Czar. He's the one who handles the trial.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our order.
Now, we've also received an item as a result of this. We received a Jedi robe. This gives you a +1 defense bonus and it gives you a defense bonus of 1 and a +8 to your dexterity attribute. Members of the Jedi Order typically wear plain or unassuming garments. So we have max +3 and 7. So here's how this works. Going forward, as I mentioned multiple times, and look at us, looking all snazzy in our Jedi robes. I'm gonna let you know right now, they don't really improve from here. Every Jedi robe you get going forward is going to be a variation of a color. In Knights of the Republic 2, the Jedi robes are a lot more intricate. I will tell you right now, this sequel definitely steps up its game. But this is how you're going to basically get around using your Force abilities. Because you now have clothing that gives you a defense bonus, but more importantly, gives you a dexterity bonus. Is because, you know, it's made of cloth, it's easier to move around in, so you have better abilities to use, you know, more than one. You can dual wield more easily, you can deflect more easily, you can dodge more easily. These robes give you a surprisingly decent buff to well, damn near everything. Just keeping it a buck with you. But your defense is low. However, as a Jedi, it's going to be pretty rare that you're going to end up just outright getting slain in combat. Off rip. It's not impossible, but it is going to be rare. Now, with that being said, we're going to call it a part there. And in the next one, we're going to continue on with our, well, we're going to see what the council has in store for us next since we've passed our training. I have been Anansi, you have been awesome, and I'll catch you later. Deuces!